a little flustered at the minute because I was running late, but I think I've got all the things done because Windows decided to forcefully restart my computer and update it, which unbound my audio cables and my key bindings. So I had 10 minutes to try and get everything set up again. Also, my antivirus decided that my voice mod was a virus and tried to uninstall it. Yay!
Not even uninstall it, it tried to just put it in quarantine.
Oh my god.
Like it has COVID-19.
So, my technical issues aside, we're going to play a little game.
Yeah. At least we're going to try.
Yes. So,
I've been very eager for this.
Last week we had 10 minutes of plot and then 4 hours of NPC roleplaying. No.
Not quite, it was just 2.5 hours of NPC roleplaying.
So, last week our players were about to confront Mads about her odd behaviour with a cat when suddenly a large explosion took place outside their home, claiming the lives of several victims, including a suspicious gnome that no one could identify, 2 members of the known organisation, the Zentarum, as well as a number of innocent bystanders. I got a bit of a tongue lashing from her, well, I wouldn't quite say colleagues, to stay out of the way until a manhunt was needed. A manhunt was needed, so she was brought in and given the information that whoever had done it had escaped across the rooftops and dropped down into an alley, evading the Griffin surveillance. It was also not human, according to one witness. So, with the information they've gathered, they've retreated in to their home in Trollskull Alley. And we'll go from there. Captain Vaizan had left to go to the Yawning Portal. In his quest for information, as well as a little bit of stress relief. So let's just retcon where we came in there and actually swap that to this. So, Captain Vaizan, you stomp your way through the streets, inadvertently scattering a number of the citizenry with your scowl that could melt steel.
You could cook bacon on him. He is radiating heat.
Eventually, you manage to make your way to the Yawning Portal. A quick glance around, you notice your contact. I want to say Delvin, but I need to double check because I keep forgetting his name.
It's a code name, because he delves into crypts.
Where is it? There it is. Davil. His name's
Davil.
That's it.
Well, you know what Peachy's going to call him? Delvin.
You see your...
At least you're not naming him George.
You see your friend, well, your associate, in his usual booth in the corner. Seemingly, he has something on his mind as he's currently ruffling through a few pieces of paper. He's got a bit of a scowl, but you see, as you approach, he wipes that off and gives you his usual pleasant smile. Hello, my friend. What can I do for you?
Peach is just like, again, he looks like the sort of person who's radiating that, you know, that savage calm where maybe there is a little bit of drool at the side of the mouth, maybe there isn't, but someone who is disturbingly calm. And he's going to sit down and say, I need to kill something now. And he's saying it with his eyes closed, and he slowly opens them and stares at Devil.
You're needing a little bit of stress relief. Alright. Well then, you might be able to help me out then. You know our business, we tend to do security for some of the more unscrupulous merchants in this area.
Yes.
We had a security contract with a merchant, but seems he suddenly grew a pair of brass balls. He told our lads to fuck off. Not very nice of him, I don't think. But then he went and hired his own little goon to watch over his warehouse. You know, instead of paying our lads for their honest work. So, I reckon if you need a little bit of stress relief, get rid of the goon. Break his legs, kill him, I don't care which, just get rid of him. And then, I want you to have a little talk with our merchant friend. Encourage him to honour the contract he signed. You can take this month's payment that he owes for yourself for the trouble.
Appreciate it.
No. A goon's fair game, but we need this guy alive. Don't kill the merchant. But let's just say no one will really miss if he's got a broken bone or so.
Duly noted. Peacher leans forward a little bit closer and he's going to ask, would you... actually, can we retcon that Peachy has brought a fresh set of clothes with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
You pack that up, you have it in a bag.
Okay, so I just get the address and Peachy's going for a walk.
Did you not want to ask him the favour you were going to ask?
In regards to Grumble Toes and his background and everything, I'm pretty sure we'd already refresh my memory. I'm so sorry, it's been a week.
You were going to basically ask the Zentarum to send out seeds to see if they knew about any walking puppets.
You know what? We'll do that later. At the moment, Peachy's not in his right frame of mind. He's been humiliated. He is. This is a paladin of Bane, and he has been humiliated, and he needs to correct the true nature of things. So, he's going to go for a walk, and he's going to have a chat.
Alright, you're pointed off to a warehouse at the very southern end of the docks.
Mm-hmm.
You approach the warehouse. Leaning against the door is another Minotaur. A rather sizable fellow, almost on par with you. He's got a bit of bulk to him. He's thicker than you. But he's got a bit of a belly to him. He's got a bit of a slope in his expression. And his gear is subpar.
How isolated is this area?
You can roll a quick perception check.
Absolutely. Okay. First roll of the game. Let's make it a good one. Let's whoop. Come on, I pushed the thing. Yeah, there we go. That's an 11.
It's getting on in the evening. The sailors and the dock workers have slunk off to their usual houses of ill repute for drinking, gambling, and pleasurable company. So the warehouses around here are relatively empty except for any security that are nearby. You can only see 3 other people in the area in addition to the Minotaur. Luckily, you know the other 3. 2 of which are the men who are supposed to be watching this warehouse. Another one is a man who is watching a separate warehouse for another client. So
I
the
just
only ones who are there.
Okay, good. All sense. Right. I'm just going to try and lock eyes with some of them for a moment, make sure that they're not going to be an issue. Then I am just going to... So the way I picture it is Peaches, at the opposite ends of like a small alley between two warehouses.
Mm-hmm.
And Peaches just like looks at this other Minotaur. And let me pop out my screen, and I think we are going to... I would very much like to charge.
Alright.
It is literally bull charge straight at this other dude with the intention of going through the door with him.
Okay. You glance over to your associates. The one who's watching the other warehouse, he gives you a slight tilt of the chin and then purposefully turns his body so his back is to you. The other two, they just give you a gesture of washing their hands of the situation and step back into the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
You lower your head and you charge. Now, it takes a moment for this goon to notice you. When he does, he reaches for his pathetic excuse for a shield. He does manage to get it up in time to avoid you skewering him with his horns, but all that does is redirect the entire force of your blow straight through his board and into him, as he is sent rocketing through the as of yet unlocked door to the warehouse. As he crashes to the ground, you step inside the warehouse behind him and close and bolt the door.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where we will step away from Peachy.
And that's for the best.
Yes.
It's a moidering.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, it's not moided if no one finds out he's been moided.
No, that's not how the law works. I'm pretty sure it counts as murder.
Manslaughter,
I'd
at
agree with that,
least.
Manslaughter is spelt man's laughter.
Well,
God, you guys are insane. But I love you. Okay, so with that scene playing out, we have Ashford is currently doing an inventory of the what few bottles of wine that they do have at their disposal. Aya
1, 2,
Alia.
3.
Has retired to her bedroom to practice her short swordsmanship. Mads and Rascal
Huh?
have
Unarmed combat technique.
Unarmed combat.
unarmed combat. Then sorry. Mads and Rascal have retreated to their own room to be monsters together. Hunter is still sitting with a slight love-struck expression on her face at the tavern bar. What would you? Does anyone like to do anything else before we fade off for the night?
Mm,
Nope, just a night of very intense, very, very loud lovemaking between Rascal and Mads.
Oh yeah.
Like PP,
Actually-
Rascal has to work out a bit of stress himself, and that's how
Actually,
he's gonna do it.
And there is much audible shrieking. Mads is. I'm not trying to enhance the sexiness of it, but she's actually being really primal and unhinged. So a lot of noise, Yelling.
She ain't the only
yelling.
one. Yeah,
Yelling and shouting.
it's mutual.
I am fairly certain that Ashworth then when he goes up, he would probably notice at least some of the noise, roll his eyes, knock on Alia's door.
You want to have a conversation with Alia?
Yep.
Yes.
She kind of goes to the door. She's just kind of.
Hold on, let me switch the camera angles. Let me switch camera. There we are.
Yes, if you would please allow me to be.
She's basically got a jacket off. Yes, Ashwood?
Sorry to disturb you, but given the noise that there is, do you want to go take my room for tonight? And I'm fairly certain I can take it. Not
it's fine.
find it there.
No, it's fine,
Just-
Ashwood. It's fine.
Look, I just want to make certain that you are Okay.
How are you meaning?
Look, I understand that a lot of work can be rather stressful, and I understand that this kind of noise can be fairly distracting. So that's why I'm offering you to use my room for tonight at least. And as I
No.
said, I will find a place downstairs.
No, it's fine. Believe me, I've slept through worse.
Yes, I can kind of imagine being a rough sleeper out on the street.
Was there anything else?
I just wanted to be courteous. After all, you are in a way our guest.
Well, I appreciate it, but as I said, I've slept through worse. So
Your first stance. If you in the next half hour want to change room, I will be in mine. So it is no sweat off my brow.
I just kind of nods, and as I say, it is appreciated.
All right. God damn it! I hope they sometimes find a way to put up a pass without trace spell on up there. I can hear them down here as well.
Yes, you think they would learn to do that, but no.
Well, I don't even know if Mads knows this kind of spell. Anyway, unless you want something, if you want something, I can help you with. Just as I said, come over and ask. Okay?
I will do so.
He gives her a very wide smile. Okay, I see you in the morning then.
I shall see you in the morning.
And with that, Ashwood actually leaves and lets her be.
I just kind of close the door and just goes back to her training.
Okay. So, barring anything else, are we ready to move on?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do have something very quick the next morning.
That's fine. We'll get to that in a moment.
Yep.
So, the morning light starts to creep over Waterdeep. It would be, as it's early spring, the sun's starting to come up at around 4:30 in the morning. Captain
Way too
Vaizan,
early.
you are currently taking your time. Washing
Yes,
your,
I am.
Washing your hands. Washing your hooves.
I'm washing everything, actually.
Cleaning off your horns.
Hmm.
Bundle up the day before's clothes. Take your time
business
putting on
clothing.
your freshly laundered new set.
Mm.
Take your time grooming yourself in the mirror. And once everything is ready, you turn and walk out of the bathroom, through the bedroom, downstairs, avoiding the blood-stained den as you leave the now weeping tabaxi merchant on the floor of his manse.
One thing I did want to say to him,
Yes.
not to take too much time and everything, I tried, basically I try and leave a little path of relative blood free, and I basically tied him to the wall pretty much, like to a chair or something, so he can observe the mess. And I basically say words to the effect of, you do realise this is all your fault. You killed that man. Everything that happened to him is because of you. Because you went back on a deal. Now look at this mess that you are going to have to clean up. And you will clean it up. Won't you?
Roll me intimidation with advantage.
Sure thing. Okay. apologies for the slight delays in clicking as well, because I'm juggling multiple windows. That's a 23.
Oh,
Okay. He gets disadvantage because he rolled a nat 20 and a 5. This Tabaxi he's just trying to strain against his ropes to get away from you. Half his face is swollen up, his ginger fur is stained and matted with sweat and blood, and he just nods.
I stroke his cheek gently. It's quite all right, my son. You've learned your lesson now, haven't you?
Again, he nods. He opens his
Good.
mouth to speak, but one of his broken teeth just kind of falls and hits the ground.
Ooh.
I'm actually going to lean down, pick it up, and just calmly pop it into his pocket and give him a little tap on the shoulder.
And
Now I'm
Tabaxi
going-
cleaning to your inventory.
Oh no, into his pocket.
Oh, into the okay.
Yeah. Only a fool keeps trophies. And Peachy's going to calmly untie him and says, "I'm going to go now. And let me put it to you this way, my dear friend. If you cross us again, then we will be less kind and less patient."
He just gulps
don't-
loudly and dumbly
Yeah.
nods.
And don't
Tears
assume that
rolling
I'm
down
going
his
to
eye.
kill you. There is a place in Darkhold where we keep people who upset us. We keep them alive. There are some there who have been there for decades. And they're always eager for company. So, clean up your mess. Do keep to the deals that you agreed to. And have yourself a good day. Peachy's going to kiss him once on the forehead, and then he's going to leave.
oh. My God.
The merchant starts openly weeping.
Good
As
boy.
you pause by the door to pick up this month's payment. I would like you to add 300 gold pieces to your inventory
Absolutely.
as you
That's
start
not
to
beat up my
walk away off into the early morning light with no trace of your activities.
Mm-hmm.
After you departed the warehouse last night, your two associates stayed behind to... Well, they tried their best to clean up what you left behind, but it'll take a little... You'll need one of the magic casters to get in there to prestidigitate some of the stains.
Mm-hmm.
So, you started making your way back towards the inn. Feeling much better, much
Yeah.
lighter. As you near the Troll Skull Alley, you smell smoke.
What?
You smell smoke.
That was in character. Oh no. And he's going to start moving at pace.
Okay. So, I realized I switched to the map earlier than I should have because I am a totally incompetent DM.
Bullshit!
You said that you are totally incompetent, eh?
You are constantly in a state of competence.
Heck yeah.
I mean, we are not seeing anything, so it's all good and fine and dandy.
True.
I mean, you are seeing everything, including the guardsman that you left over.
Ah, there he is. I was looking for him.
You're welcome.
Yep. So,
Wait, why are you putting them back on? You could have just kept them.
because narration!
You could have just
Calm
kept
your
them.
tits!
I beg your pardon.
You heard me.
Contain the calamity that is your memories.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Oh no! You can't go one day.
Oh, great! Someone.
Dyson.
Oh, great!
Yes.
You turn the corner into your home street, and you find there appears to be a number of guardsmen currently tackling a small fire in Farron's Brews. There's no sign of the owner. But at the moment, you notice that these two are currently using control water spells to lift up water from the surrounding rain barrels, whilst this one is pulling a wagon with a small hand-operated pump spraying water on it as well. They seem to have the flames under control, but the building has been almost entirely gutted.
Oh, that is a tragedy. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Peach is going to do the light jog of a concerned citizen, trying to not get in their way, and he's going to call out, "Is everything all right? Do you need assistance?"
Unless you control the water, I'm gonna ask you to stay back until we get this under control. And as he shouts that, you hear just a crash as the second floor starts to collapse in on itself, sending up a small cloud of embers. The control, the flames itself seem to be under control to the point where they're not encroaching on the other buildings. If you'd like, you can roll a Arcana check.
Arcana, you say?
Yes.
That's a strange thing for a fire.
Okay.
It's a 9.
As you watch the flames, you realize that they are not behaving naturally. They seem to almost reach up and then press in on themselves. And you recognize that these flames are currently under arcane control. So someone you can't see is using control flames to keep these flames contained so they can be put out.
Ah,
So
okay.
there's another magic user somewhere you can't see.
I see. Okay. That's impressive. That's impressive work. Well, since I have no emotional investment in helping my competition, I'm going to keep... basically, I'm just going to try and stay out of their way as best I can. I'm just going to try and move around them and head basically towards the, Troll Skull Manor. I'm just going to watch for a little bit to see if anything else of interest happens.
Do you want to roll a perception check?
I would love to roll a perception check. This is the perfect music for when your competition's burning down.
God, I got put on Club Seamus. But anyway. So as you're sitting there, you're watching your competition burn. This is just kind of adding to your good mood, but you're sitting fighting to keep the grin from your face as there are people around. Come on. You feel a slight shuffle underneath your clothes. It's
Underneath my what?
something has come in under your shirt and is now working its way up into your shoulder and is now resting still underneath the collar of your shirt. It just seems to be resting on the top of your just on the shoulder under your neck.
Yikes!
As someone who has visited various Zentarum operating, various sentence make good, yes. Is this a winged snake, or do I need to panic?
A winged snake has contacted you like this before, whereas they've been trying to hide in the shadows and then sneakily make their way to their recipient.
Okay. He does resist, the natural instinct to be like, oh, and it's just like, yeah, this isn't my first rodeo. So I'm
gonna
gonna
slight hiss announcing its presence.
Yes, there we go. All right, in that case, I am going to let's see. do I want to duck into an alley or do I want to go into the manor itself?
That's up to you.
Yeah,
As far as you can see, any activity is currently focused around this building.
Okay. In that case, I am going to head inside Troll Skull itself then.
Okay. So, you head inside. Let me just get your token back on the map.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember which bedroom is Hunter's, so I'm just going to put Hunter on the second floor. As we bring...
believe I took the
It's-
master.
Yeah, master bedroom, because Ali's in a room to the north.
It was the one where Mads was doing her drugs by the fireplace.
Oh yeah, that one. You get the ensuite bathroom. Okay.
I'm
Ali has been awake and watching this fire from her window.
Alright.
Going to be difficult. You would have to go to my windows.
No, because she's got her own windows.
Yeah, but my windows are actually looking over to the situation.
She's on. No, she's on the.
You're on the floor below her.
Wow.
Anyway, Peach is going to jump into basically because at this point I can assume that Mads and Rascal are doing the horizontal mamba again.
Again? As if
Yeah.
they ever stop.
No, that's actually. I have something else going on. I told Jurnis about when it's our turn.
Okay,
Okay.
that is cool. But well, Peach will make that assumption, and assumptions are the fuck-ups. As we learn.
To be fair, if there wasn't anything else going on, that's probably what they'd be doing.
Well, yeah.
Anyway,
Stop for biscuits.
he is going to head into the basement, and then he is going to pull out his snake and talk to it.
Okay.
It's that kind of episode, kids.
Good lord.
So, you head downstairs and as you get into the privacy of the basement, the little snake just kind of slithers out and coils around on itself into this cute little wheel on your shoulder. Its little wings fluttering because yes, this is a winged snake. You notice that there is a coil of paper around its body.
Okay. Peach is gonna, pet it a little bit, tickle it under the chin.
It fits its tongue appreciatively.
Yeah, he actually does have a soft spot for these things. They are adorable as far as he's concerned.
Yep.
He's going to gently pull out the scroll and with his free hand, he's when you've got one hand is raised so the serpent can hang around there. With the other hand, he sort of flicks the paper open and starts reading.
There are 2 words on this piece of paper. Something nice.
Well,
Oh no.
This is in character, by the way, the cackling. Oh. I'm going to slowly roll up the paper, stick it in, my pocket. I'm going to pet the snake a little bit, kiss it, and then I'm going to tuck it back into my shirt, and I'm going to head back outside to release it.
Okay.
Actually, just for flavour, I'm going to scratch out something nice and write underneath "much appreciated."
All right. Send a return message.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, indeed, Mads. Alright, so you basically head out to the bushes just around the outside of the building and just stand there nonchalantly as you feel the snake work its way down through your shirt, exits out of your clothes, slithers down the outside of your trouser leg, and just disappears into the bushes.
Mm-hmm. Do. Can I just make a quick perception check to make sure nobody witnessed anything strange?
Sure.
Yeah, we wouldn't want anybody.
Okay. As you glance around, you see that there's nobody on the street. However, in the greenhouse of the Silurians Crown, you do see a slight shadow moving around as someone is moving around in the greenhouse. You assume attending to plants, but doesn't appear to be looking down into the alley.
Okay. And from my memory, the greenhouse, that is, was that an elven woman?
Yes. That is also one of the people who was talking loudly about what she had seen. What's her name?
What?
Yeah.
Do I need to make a history?
Fleflair.
Do I need to make a history check to remember what it was she was talking about?
Sure, because Ali did fill you in on this.
The player and the character are very similar in many ways.
You remember her saying that there was something about a third person who took something from the gnome before disappearing off? Now
that's something for later, I think. Okay. Rather than, because I don't really know what I would ask her, I'll head back into the tavern, see how the rest of the party are doing. Come on, go through the window. There we go.
How about I just drag you in through the door like a normal person?
How about you open up the doors?
We're closed.
I mean, for the players to actually move their characters through. I mean, I'm stuck in my room.
Good. You've been knocked.
Unless I jump through the window.
You're grounded.
Yes. I mean, unless I jump through the window and then I can get onto the balcony and into one of the bedrooms, but that's not here nor there, is it?
I also forgot to put the border between the different layers of the map, so there's another thing. Anyway, so...
Oh, really?
Mads, you wanted to do something in the morning?
Yes, she is going to try to sneak out stealthily without waking Rascal, who is presumably asleep. Rascal's asleep in the morning, I assume. Is that a correct assumption?
Yes, especially after the nights we have.
We don't, but Mads was trying to make herself wake up.
Rascal, what is your passive perception?
Give me a sec. Presumably it's higher than 10. Yeah, it's 13.
13 half because you're sleeping. 6 you do not recognize.
Okay.
You do not realize
I
you're
mean, if you, it would only have to be asked is your passive perception 20 or higher.
She is going to make her way down the stairs hurriedly. And what time is it?
I would say probably around the time Captain Vazayan is outside watching the house burn.
Yeah, I mean, like how early in the morning?
I mean, it's probably around, by the time he got there, it's closer to 5, maybe 5:15.
Since I'm not really good with how time works in real life, would if Mads is going here, I would think that the timing would come out okay. One moment. There we go. I just sent you what I want to do.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So she heads downstairs. She's got on her regular, her new patchwork, robes, druid robes, and her staff, and she's heading for the door. Very, she's not trying to hide. She's just heading out.
All right. Which door are you heading out?
That's the main one. She's coming down the stairs and going out the main door.
By this point, as you start to go out the main door, you notice through the windows a small cavalcade of people dealing with a fire, and also the broad back of Captain Vazan as he's standing and watching. I assume you sneak past him.
No, she does not. She does not sneak past him, but she walks past him very casually and goes, "Hi, Vizzy," and then keeps going.
Do you react to this?
Yeah, I would say that he wants a conversation with her. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I
so
can make that work.
okay. So slight retcon. So this is before the snake appears. Yeah.
I would say it was after you went back up to
Yeah,
watch the
I
fire
figured.
because fires are fun.
Yeah. He's gone back outside. He actually does have a snack. He's because he's a piece of shit. He's a horrible piece of shit. Okay then. So yeah, you'll notice Mads and everything. Lady Madeline, would you mind? And he just beckons her over.
She looks over at him with like gleaming eyes and says, "Lady Madeline of Sir Course, I'm at your detective."
Indeed.
And then she comes over and says, "What's up, Vizzy?"
Do you prefer Madeline or Mads? In all seriousness.
"Right now, I'm Madeline." And then she says, "Come with me. I have to go to a shop."
Of course. Why not? We can walk and talk.
Yeah,
And he's
I like
gonna
when we do that.
As do I. I hope we can continue to do it.
Uh-huh.
There is one thing I did want to bring up, though, my dear.
What's that? What's that?
Do you recall yesterday?
That's
Do I-
right.
If that's her crying or laughing.
Yeah,
It's sort of both. It's like I'm laughing, but I really want to be crying.
yes. Can I insight what her mood is?
Sure, you can try.
Yeah, again, it's like he's trying.
If you're gonna try and hide this, you can roll deception.
No, she's not being hiding at all.
Okay.
One moment, I'm sending you what it is, Cap.
Okay.
She's insane.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I've figured that out since the past 24 hours. I mean, I thought she
Took
just
you that long?
killing people. I didn't realize she was nuts as well. Right. Right. Okay. Let's have a walk, my dear.
Yeah.
And he will actually offer his arm to her.
Oh, she will absolutely take the arm and like snuggle up to him, like but like a big bro on campus.
Yes. He'll pet her hand as they're walking down. Yesterday, you were rather forward with a
Yeah,
lot
that was-
of sensitive information.
I know, but what can I say? When I just have a question. When Rascal cast heroism, was there any physical component?
I can
Let me check, because I actually have heroism. Yeah. Heroism is vocal and somatic, so he would have waved his fingers and he would have said something.
What did he say?
Oh, no, heroism
been
is vocal and
incantations.
somatic. Yeah.
Oh, it's just like noises.
Yeah.
Oh,
I generally like play Rascal as like the vocal component of his spells is like strumming on the lute, but words work too.
that worked. Yeah, either way. It's like, Rascal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Boop. Boop.
yeah. What can I say? Rascal is so musical. I just felt full of confidence.
Yes, I kind of recognize the symptoms of that particular spell. I use it myself.
Love?
Well, he actually starts thinking to himself a moment. Sometimes, but you you were very forward with a lot of very important information. Now,
right. Sorry, go ahead.
it is quite all right. Now, I will confess, Mr. Skyreach surprised me. If I'm being honest with you, my dear, I think he might have a higher body count than me.
Maybe me too.
It's impressive. It's impressive.
He's my little killer.
It's true.
Yes.
Seth gets that, don't you, Seth?
So that's some good news, but you do understand how on edge you made me. You put me in a rather difficult position. I've shown you trust. Please don't assume that everyone that I meet and everyone I deal with is given the same level of attention and trust that I have
worried?
to.
Are you worried about Miss Crystal?
You know, mildly. But
sorry, go ahead.
No. Dude, go on.
Things are going great, though. If she gives us trouble, we'll just burn her.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But that is a plan B. That's later. For now, let us hope that things continue to go well. I will admit, she has been refreshingly apathetic in regards to our own predilections. She genuinely could care less.
Yeah, it's great, huh?
But just because she doesn't care doesn't mean she isn't a threat if she starts to care. We need to make sure that we are providing a service to her. We need to ensure that we are invaluable to her. Much like you are.
Sorry, go ahead.
Much like you are invaluable to Mr. Skyreach.
Ooh, at that her mood changes and she darkens and she says, Busy.
Yes.
You remember what I said before. You don't kill people, you kill the ones they love. Not us. Not with each other. That's different. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about them. And she gestures out to the city.
That is a good distinction to make. I understand, and I apologize if I spoke out of turn. I just wanted to be clear about how I and we as a family, the Zentarum, how we usually operate. We look out for each other, we help each other, we provide each other the means to fulfill our particular needs. And we do that by providing services, by being invaluable to, he waves a contemptuous hand at the rabble. People always look down on those who serve others. They think themselves better. And that's their weakness. Do you know how many kingdoms, how many lords and rulers of great estates rely on the Zentarum to keep things in order?
Well, it's not the rest of them, that's for sure.
To be fair, we have suffered in the past, but we are growing again. We are growing again. But the point I'm trying to make is the Zentarum own these castles. the lords, the landowners, they think that they own us because they give us money. They think that they own us because they have pieces of paper. However, they have surrounded themselves with killers and monsters, all of whom are loyal to each other and not to that individual.
Like I said, I'm hoping we can cook Mert before we go.
Again, that's an in-character chuckle. Yes, but to get back on track,
Yeah.
I understand that Rascal is important to you, and I give you my word, and I am serious when I give my word. No harm will ever come to him. He will never, no matter what kind of disagreements we may have in the future.
That's good to know.
We do not do that to
course.
each other.
That's wise. Because you know I don't die. Because you know I don't die, and I would just come back and keep coming again and again until you were dead. So casual. No threat. So casual.
You did say that, didn't you? Can I insight check to see if this chick is completely insane or if this is something that I really want to know more about?
Sure, go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Thank you to the other players. I'm trying. I'm sorry it's going long.
You're fine.
Yeah.
She fully believes what she's saying. Almost to the point of it's not just madness, there might actually be some truth to that.
Okay.
But as
For
you're
the sake of-
pondering this, you realise that Mads has now kind of broken away from you and is now striding towards a certain shop in the street.
Yeah.
Okay, I will follow.
Oh, we're here. And she heads to it's the shop with the beholder in the front window.
Yep.
And she, since I do not know the custom in Waterdeep, I assume that the shops are open, or do you have to open the door and go in, or knock, or what?
It appears to have been open for business, but you would need to open the door and walk in.
Oh, yeah, she opens the door and walks in.
Door for her. If
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, sweetie.
he's a gentleman.
Alright. I assume you
And
just
believe
want
me, I
to
take
pick
what
up
we
your
said
book?
seriously. Yeah, she's just picking up her book.
Okay, I think it was a long time ago, 5-6 silver?
Yeah, it was I don't remember how much it was worth, but it was supposed to be a very rare book of coins.
I think it was 5 silver.
Yeah, and she takes that, and she'd already paid for it before with her mushroom. She traded, remember?
Oh yeah. He doesn't seem happy
just
to
left
see
it
you
there.
back. He just kind of wants you out of there. This eccentric
What?
little gnome.
I'm sorry, I'm here for my book. I left it with you to watch over it until I could collect it. My book of coins.
I wasn't intending to RP this side. he just basically kind of just... You know what? Sure, Paxseed, roll intimidation.
It's almost like that's what I'm here for.
Because it is just a little old gnome.
Yeah.
He just kind of starts looking up at you, just slowly lifting the head until he's practically leaning back to look up at you. And he's like, I can't see any further than your belt. Here, just take this and go away.
Thank you so much. I'm going to tell everyone how nice you are.
Please don't.
Then she walks out, and as she holds the door open, she calls out, "This shop is amazing!" And then keeps going.
The gnome just slowly pinches the crook of his nose. Oh no.
And then she heads to the market. 2 more things to get. Almost done.
Alright. You head to a nearby butcher and you manage to get yourself some chicken and ham.
chicken and ham, and then she also looks around and finds the nicest cream she can find. She's getting cream.
You wouldn't really be able to find anything that's like immediately fresh, but you find some that's still consumable.
Yes. And she pays everybody, and she calls Rudolph to, pay them, and she overpays for everything. She doubles the price just to make sure she gets whatever the best is, even if it's not that great quality.
In that case, take 2 silver. That'll get you.
And then she also
some
Sorry, go
small
ahead.
slices of chicken, some small slices of ham, and a small quart bottle of
yes.
cream.
And then lastly, before she sends Rudolph away, she has Rudolph give her 10 gold coins.
Rudolph kind of gives a little pout, but he happily obliges by
I'll
rolling over
earn
and giving
some
you the 10
back for you. And then she heads back. She says, okay, now we're ready to go. And she heads back with Captain, unless Captain stops her, she heads back to the Beholder bookshop.
He's kind of going with it at the moment. He's curious to see where this goes, but at any moment he's waiting for the other shoe to drop, and he's getting ready to hide a body.
Okay. And what are you doing back at the Beholder bookshop?
She knocks on the door and then tries to go in if she can.
Gnome doesn't seem happy to see you back.
No, not the Beholder bookshop, the other Beholder bookshop, the one where the cat was.
Oh, you mean the alchemist shop?
Oh, I thought it was a bookstore.
No.
Yeah, it's an alchemy store. It's an apothecary.
Oh, okay.
So, you head back there, and as you enter in, you see Urza is sitting there, as well as Mert.
Oh, shit. Mert!
He turns and nods at you. He says, "Ah, yes, Miss Madeline, was it?"
Yes, Madeline Circus. Yes!
God.
Yes, it was lovely to see you again. In fact, I was actually getting ready to send word that I would like to have a word with your group. Urza tells me that you dealt with the
excellent.
situation, but I would like to get a little bit more details, if that's okay.
Yeah!
Oh God.
Also, I brought a present.
A present?
Yeah!
Oh, what do you mean, darling? Urza's just kind of looking over, like her giant spectacles. She's like putting them down her nose and like looking over at
She
you.
says,
On the
she
counter.
says, well, after all that's happened to you, and Philippa, you've suffered a lot, so as a warming and a greeting from Rascal's rescuers, brought you these little things I picked up on the way, like a little thank you basket for being you.
Philippa just kind of hisses and hops down behind the counter.
Oh,
here, Philippa, that's so rude.
Oh, it's okay. And then she hands over these and says, I got the best I could find. Chicken for Philippa, ham for Philippa, cream for Philippa, and look at this. And she puts over this book about rare coins. She says, I found this and I didn't know what to do with it. So I decided to give it to you. It's a book about rare coins. And look. And then she on the way there, right before she went in, she put the 10 gold inside the front cover. And then she opens the front cover and goes, and look at that.
Oh my, what a wonderful book.
Just in case we broke anything when we were here, I figured this would help.
As Mads is rambling away, Mert's eyebrow has slowly been getting higher and higher and higher as he's just like, what's going on? In case you broke any... Perhaps we'd best leave Urza to get her things sorted. I'm sure she's most appreciative. Oh, yes, this is so lovely. Yes, my dear. Why don't we step outside and have a conversation?
So Peach is just going to, all internally screaming,
I let her do it again.
open the fucking door as a gentleman does to both Lady Madeline and her associate, who, incidentally, does Peachy know who Mer is? I mean, I can put two and two together, I assume, but... Yeah, would I have been...
There was a line coming about Mert.
Because you did mention Mert by name, but I don't know if she's aware of him.
As you're looking over this gentleman, it takes you a moment to place him. He's a rotund, middle-aged man with greying hair. He's got a large, eccentrically curled mustache, and he's wearing fine clothes, but he also appears to have some scraps of armor that look worn and tattered. He also, you notice, has an indentation on one of the leather straps of the symbol of the Harpers. You know exactly who this man is, and you know that he is very dangerous if he finds out who you are.
Peachy will, exactly like 6 years from now, a certain divine abomination did in Ravenloft, he is going to very politely open the door, pass them through. He is right behind Lady Madeline. He is not saying a bloody word. And just like Ez, he is looking forward to a good fucking drink when this is done.
And Mads calls back to the old lady. Please make sure Philippa enjoys her meat and cream.
Oh, I will. Once I get her up out of the floorboards. Philippa, come on. It's like bent down under the counter, and there's like this little hole under the floorboards where she's like trying to poke the chicken and to tempt the cat out. Like, why are you doing this, Philippa? So Mert calls a polite farewell to Uza and comes outside and closes the door. And he turns to look at Peachy and holds out his hands. Says, my good fellow, I'm afraid I have not introduced myself. You may call me Mert.
Paxid's Vaizan, captain of the Burning Hand Mercenary Guild. Well, formerly, I've since retired.
He's really rich. He's really rich and he's really nice.
I've had a few run-ins with them on both sides of the sword. But
yes, I understand they are somewhat of a difficult group to work with at times, hence one of several reasons why I no longer work with them. But I worked hard for the title, so might as well keep it. Peachy bows low and steps behind the Lady Madeline.
Since I'm a stranger to the city, he's keeping me safe and protecting me. He's so thoughtful.
Yes, I see. Sometimes it's hard to get the mercenary blood out, isn't it? And he gives you a wink.
Oh, I'm not paying him. He's just doing it because he's so nice.
Oh, isn't that very
We
cool?
met. I was a little bit of a helpless wanderer. He found me and said, "Hey, let's teach you how to handle the city of Waterdeep." And I'm working really hard at it. As you can see, I'm a lot better off than I used to.
Yes. Tell me.
And I'm a lot better off than our friend there. She had it rough. That poor monster and all that. Oof.
There was a monster. Could you tell me about
I thought
that?
so. I don't know. I didn't see it. I just believe her.
Were you not one of the people who came to deal with the issue?
Yeah, but we didn't find anything.
Oh.
It's most unusual. And tell me, you didn't see anything unusual when you came to investigate the premises?
Peachy, save us.
Mads is like thinking. Did Mads hear that? It went so fast. Did Mads, hear the stuff about the basement window? I want to say she did.
She probably did,
I
because
will
Alia was
say-
not.
You did
I
because
know-
you were planning on poisoning the cat through it.
Yes, but she changed her mind, as you can see. There was no poison in the creamer meat.
Mm-hmm.
And can I just say, Peachy was, as soon as he realised where we were going to, he was thinking, wait, does she have poison on her? Where did she get the poison?
Yeah.
Oh shit, oh fuck.
She drools. Oh
Yeah.
shit, she drools poison, doesn't she?
yeah, I just realised that now.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I would say that Mads heard Alia tell the old woman to
Yeah.
keep the window locked.
Yeah,
There was a basement. There was a basement window open. We think it probably came and went through there.
And you found no evidence of the creature at all?
There was a mess.
Very unusual. Well, I think I know what's happening here.
What?
Well, it seems that some fiendish type has thrown some sort of deception in to get her out of the way so he could rob the place. All her life savings are gone.
Oh, dear.
I just gave her 10 gold I found in an old book.
And I'm sure that'll be one way to make things up, but unfortunately she runs on very thin margins. Quite frankly, she's...
May I ask what was stolen? I'm so sorry for interjecting, Mom.
Oh, yeah.
It appears her lockbox.
Oh.
She runs on very thin margins because she does tend to donate to a lot of charitable donations, mostly the local cat shelter. You know how she is.
I see.
So she's...
I love cats. I love cats. I just want to squeeze them and hug them. I love them so much.
Oh, so
I want to
adorable.
squeeze their windpipes.
Yep.
But because she helps us with various things, we ensure that she's kept fed and warm, because sometimes the poor dear gives away too much.
Oh.
But it seems that I believe the creature may have been a facsimile, a fake, to scare her away so they could rob her.
Oh dear. As Lady Madeline and I, with the rest of our group, we did investigate the area, and as Lady Madeline has said, there was a mess, and given the window and everything else, I'm sorry, he's slowly devolving into Rex Harrison over here. But yes, it is possible that there may have been an entity. If there was one, again, so sorry, out of character, Peachy didn't actually go into the sewers with everyone. He joined after the fact. Is he? Because he knows about the gazers. But
You know what gazers are.
yeah, how do we? Yeah, he basically says, I am aware that certain criminal elements in this city use, I believe they're like beholder light,
Light.
creatures with 4 eye stalks. Wizards use them as minions sometimes. Gazers?
You believe this may have been the creature involved. Is this why your companion told her to ensure her basement window was kept closed?
I believe so, yes. Security is everything. I myself have no personal experience with such things, but Lady Madeline has, and the rest of her group have told me stories of the underground network of tunnels and sewers that various criminal elements of this city use.
Deception.
Mad sticks out her tongue, like making a face, like she's disgusted with that. The minute he says criminals.
I mean, is it deception? Because these are things that Peachy has heard. Well, yeah, it's deception. It's almost like that's what I'm made for.
What, you lied about not being familiar with the gazers.
There you go. There we go.
You are twisting the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And Mert is... Mert has been around the block a few times. He's not dumb. This entire time he's been talking to you, he's had this fixed expression of pleasantness. He hasn't broken his expression his entire time, but you seem to think he's accepting what you're telling him.
Okay. Okay. So it's so it's possibly a case of he knows, but I know that he knows, but he may not know that I know that he knows. It's a very close dance that's going on right now.
Why are you playing 4D chess?
Because I'm a masochist.
I'm playing dominoes.
I know you are. Okay.
We play Yahtzee. Sorry, go on.
But yeah, Peach is just gonna be like, so, and that at the end of the day, that's the only thing I can think of if indeed there was a creature. However, if you believe that there was something else, and this is some sort of attempt to slander or discredit your associate in there, unfortunately, I'm not too sure what else we can do. If there is any further service, again, I'm sorry, Lady Madeline, if I'm speaking out of turn, but if there is
Go ahead and tell him he's rich, he understands, he does all the fancy talky stuff.
If there is anything that Rascal's Rendezvous can do for you,
Yours?
again, yeah, Peach, you did forget the name. You can find us in the Troll Skull Manor on Troll Skull Alley.
Yes, I am aware of the establishment Miss Madeline is a co-owner of.
Did you hear about the bomb?
I heard about an explosion, yes.
Yeah.
We're currently looking into that ourselves. We fear there may have been some nefarious means. But
Oh, I'm sure it was a bomb. I'm absolutely sure of it.
if nothing
Mads is
concrete
just
at the moment.
talking. Yeah. I'm a little nervous to still be there, but
I would
that's life in our modern times.
indeed, lady. I would admit, and by the way, the more he's talking, Peachy is slowly trying to get in front of Mads to sort of steer the conversation away from her. I would say, if there is any information you find, we are in the very early stages of setting up our business. We have invested quite a large amount of our personal savings and well-being into this enterprise.
You can invest too if you want.
Perhaps
That is our
another
Rose Peachy.
time.
But yes, if there is anything that can assist us in protecting our home, we would appreciate it. And of course, anything that we can do to assist you, please do let us know. Mr. Skyreach will be more than happy to aid you.
Yes, well, I do need to have a conversation with Mr. Skyreach in the future. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go back into here, and we need to resolve some sort of living situation for Urza in the meantime. Your Tango will greatly assist in getting her some groceries.
She's moving out?
Oh, no. When I see living, I mean groceries, that sort of thing.
Oh, right. Then yeah, no, that's for her. 5 for her, 5 for her cat, and yeah, Rascal and I would love to have you for dinner.
Considering what this character's like.
Yeah,
Amazing.
considering this
Okay.
character, that could go either way.
no, it's only going to go one way, and you know what she meant by that. You know what
Yep.
Mert is rather
No,
plump.
no. But Mads is looking so nice. She's saying it. She's got the meaning in her head, and she knows. But she's actually saying it like that. She's actually planning on having a meal prepared for this man.
Well, Mert gives you a polite nod of the head and goes, "Well, I'll not keep you any longer. I'm sure Urza does greatly appreciate the treats you left for Philippa, even though she is acting a little weird. Anyway, I shall bid you adieu. And it was nice to meet you, Captain Bazan." He gives you a polite nod and turns and walks back into the apothecary.
Peach is going to bow low, and he's going to be internally screaming about not using some sort of pseudonym. Fuck.
Big brother, let's go back home.
Okay, so
That was in character.
Oh, yeah, I know. No. It's just as Mads says that, she probably looks up, and Peach is just like, he looks like he's holding his breath as if he's about to explode again, and he's just going, and he just wordlessly offers the arm, and
head on his arm.
For the sake of brevity, Peach is
Yeah,
going
get
to
it over there.
try. He's gonna try and explain how she kind of need, the importance of impulse control. Whether or not it works, whether or not Mads internalizes any of it, he's gonna do his best to at least try and teach her something.
Has anyone ever told you got a serious impulse control problem?
And after listening very silently and going, as they go, eventually she'll just say, "I just think it's about the journey." Pat on the arm.
Peachy needs to kill again. Anyway, as
Yes, but
Peachy's
it's getting
urge to kill is rising, not long after they both stalked off into the town, I would say the rest of the household woke. Is there anything anyone would like to do? Hunter? Ashward? Alia or Rascal?
Alia is knocking on Rascal's door.
Knocking on Rascal's door.
So Alia hears the groaning of an awakening kobold. That suddenly stops. A bit of scrabbling. And then... Oh, big DMX multi-headed machinations! Scrabble, and the door swings open. Where are they?
I have no idea what you mean.
Mads, my lovely warm-bodied mate isn't in her bed. Our bed. And, yeah. It's not surprising that Captain Peachy Vizan had to blow off some steam himself last night. If anyone here is going to know where they've scuttled off to, it's going to be you.
I was too busy watching your rival burning to the ground.
Yeah.
They weren't involved.
Okay.
Rascal, you have no idea what she's talking about. What rival? Who's burning?
The other tavern? The one that serves piss water?
Oh, that. I nearly forgot it existed.
Well, it doesn't anymore, so congratulations.
Is it still burning?
Last time I looked, it had just collapsed. So I would say it's no longer burning. How should I know?
Okay, so if you weren't gonna tell me that our Zentarum folk are up to shenanigans, what did you come here to tell me about?
Yes, when you start, it's about what happened to the fighting pit.
Oh, what of it?
You started to play some note.
Oh yeah, I heard that tune. You were humming it in the in Skitterstep's store while playing with the bard in the box. I thought it meant something to you.
It does. My mother used to sing that to me.
Ah.
But you said that where you're from, there are plenty of genie and genasi, correct?
Correct. They're commonplace in Kalimshan. In fact, they were only recently overthrown as the rulers of the country about 3 years ago. The humans kicked them out. They're still trying to get along with the Genasi, but it's a bit tense. It would have been nice if the humans freed the kobolds and other slaves while they were at it, but humans first, I suppose.
That song is called Alsawa.
Alsawa.
It was one of the songs of the genie. I was curious if you had heard it beforehand.
Should I roll for this one, Jurnis, or...
You can try, but it's very unlikely you'd know, to be honest. You didn't really interact with genies a lot.
No, I did not. But I'll do it anyway.
You wouldn't really know.
Now, I'm afraid as much as I know is what I heard you sing.
And you've never, in your travels, come across the Diamond of the Verdant Breeze.
Could you repeat that, Seth? Sorry.
The Diamond of the Verdant Breeze.
The Diamond of the Verdant Breeze.
Rascal hasn't traveled that far. He was in one place and now he's here. That's it.
Yeah, I'm afraid I haven't really traveled. I was kept in one district mostly and just went to and fro from the arena and back to my quarters. That was basically it.
I see.
I'm sorry, I wish I could help.
It's quite alright. I was just curious to see if it had resurfaced somewhere. Thank you. She just kind of goes back down the stairs to her room.
If I find the sheet music, I can learn the song if you like.
It won't be necessary.
If you sure.
She goes back into her room and starts getting ready.
Okay. Hunter Ashford, is there anything you'd like to do?
Not really, no.
Is that a no from ICT?
I see.
I see.
Sorry.
You want a scene?
Very, very blatant there. You want a scene?
I just got back from the bathroom. It was pretty bad. So I haven't been paying too much attention.
Basically asking, was there anything you wanted to do in the morning before you all converged downstairs?
No, Hunter's fine.
Okay, then in that case, first would like to find out if, Boom is alive!
Sure, you can head outside.
Yeah, kind
I
of a
would
big
say
deal.
it's a little later in the day. It's probably closer to 6 around this stage. You two aren't here, so you can just go to the corner of the map.
To be honest, we would probably all gather outside.
Okay.
Ashwood would go outside as well. Oh, the fuck.
So this
Don't know
stage
if-
now, I would say the fire would be out. The inner floors of the building have collapsed entirely. The roof is
great.
bowing dangerously, but it's still standing. The buildings on either side are in good condition. It looks like the quick firefighting of the magic users of the guard was able to keep it under control so that the surrounding buildings were kept intact. At the moment, there's a few people pecking around trying to figure out what happened.
Hey Ashford, Alia has mentioned something about our rival. Was this his place?
Yes. To be honest, I hope, despite how poor his personality skills are. I hope he's alright.
Yeah, that's why I ran out here. I don't suppose you could point him out. I never met the man.
I don't really see him around.
There
That's
are a
not-
few people dotted. I'd say around this stage, there's now random people dotted around. A few people you recognise who've been interviewed the day before, who were in the local area during the investigation. A few people out in their robes. There's this dwarven woman with like the big pink curlers in her hair, just holding a mug of cocoa, just leaning out a window watching.
It's +3.
But there's still a lot of people around. If you want to try and look for Flynn, you can. No, his name's not Flynn. It's Flynn.
It is Bloom, right? I'm trying to remember. Like,
No,
where was
Flynn
that?
was the other guy.
No, Bloom.
Frun. Sorry. Farron.
Well,
Farron,
this
just to be
is-
easy.
Oh, Froon. It was an F. Oopsie.
I
So
can
if you
see
want
if I
to try
can
and look for him,
see him.
you can roll a perception check.
I don't see him. Probably there's way too many people out around
I don't
here.
think I should roll because I don't know who I'm looking for.
No, you have no idea who he is.
Nope.
And the only other person who saw him, sadly, is not here.
Excuse me, sir.
Are you
He's
walking up
turning-
to a
he's
random guard or a random person?
To random guard. I hope the owner of the establishment is all right. I can't see him around. I hope he's well and alive.
Well, we're trying to find someone to track him down, but so far there's no sign of him.
Oh.
Oh, great. I hope he didn't.
Yeah, we're trying to get confirmation of whether or not he actually lived in the building. We don't know for sure.
Okay, looks like we can't do anything for Mr. Froome right now. Is there anyone who was injured in the fire? Like, do they need a bit of healing?
I think they already took care of anyone who got maybe injured.
Well, one of our druids got a nasty burn, but he's handling it himself.
Okay, so you got this all, like, under control then, basically.
Yeah, it looks like this might have been. It might have been an issue with the explosion in the area yesterday. Probably caused some structural defect. Probably collapsed in on the still.
Oh, that is most unfortunate. I hope he will be able to
Yeah, well,
restart his business.
if he's registered with the Fellowship of Tavern and Innkeepers, he should have he should be he should have a bit of insurance to help him get back on his feet. I'm choking on
Well,
my
that's
inside.
something then. Maybe he can set up another place where he won't be in direct competition with someone right across the road. Mm.
Yeah, it is always hard. But
Your business hasn't
if
even
there
opened
is,
yet.
no, we haven't opened yet. But if there's any way we can be of assistance, of course, feel free to just ask us. We are more than happy to assist in any regard of any investigation.
Who are you?
My name is Ashworth Grambletos. I'm one of the owners of what would soon be Rascal's Rendezvous, one of the owners of Rascal Manor.
Okay. I'll add it into the report. He just kind of shrugs. He has no idea.
I think for once, Ashwood, we should actually just stick to our own business. But
Well, if there is an
do
arsonist
find-
going around, maybe?
if you do find Froome and he needs a bit of help getting set back up, just point him back in our direction and we'll lend a hand to a fellow tavern owner. I think that's fair.
That seems mighty fine of you. Anyway, I'm gonna have to escalate back up a little bit. We're not sure if the building's safe or not.
Alright. Well, consider that a very lucky streak.
Been more suspicious. Jesus Christ.
Ali was just glaring at the pair of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Hunter's just shaking her head, face
I
palm.
wish Mads had been there being like, those two need to learn some subtlety.
Oh yeah, that's where it's coming from you!
Yeah.
Oh my god. So,
Ali just sighs, just let me handle this.
But you... Okay.
She's
Let's
just
run
going.
inside before she gets us
she's-
arrested.
She's just going to smack him around, isn't she?
She kind of goes to the... She goes to the guard in charge and goes, look, just to let you know, those two have alibis, okay?
do they
Oh,
need
yes, you make
alibis?
it so much better. Thank you.
Congratulations! You just made us look even more guilty.
This point, no, because she's got her uniform on and her badge on display at this point.
I
You mean
wasn't
the one who tried to
aware
tamper-
anyone.
You mean, okay, hold on. I'm really glad that the woman who tampered with evidence in the explosion yesterday is helping now ease their fears. Yeah, that's great.
The guard just kind of like looks you up and down and says, do they need alibis?
No, but given the way they flapped their guns here a few minutes ago... Look, they're both new here, okay?
It's
Uh,
true.
Someone is
oh,
making it
alright.
even worse.
I'll add it into the report. With that in mind, you didn't see anything unusual, did you?
I didn't see anything personally unusual. I woke up when I heard this... Well, I woke up when I heard you lot arrive, that was for certain.
Yeah, well,
At this point, she makes sure to point to where her room is on Troll School Manor.
right, okay then. And you saw nothing this morning? Here, nothing unusual or anything?
No, I didn't see anything unusual.
Okay. 2 seconds, folks.
But like I say, they're good-hearted, the Kobold especially, but
Aw.
bear in mind, they weren't aware of just how incriminating what they were saying sounded.
It's true. He literally had no idea.
But I was in that house. I didn't... Neither one of them were awake up until about... I can confirm until about 10-15 minutes ago. Is there any other information you require?
Yeah, just FYI, watching the stream, Jurnis is, she just said she's in the middle of something.
Oh.
Sorry,
So-
I'm back. The mic didn't turn back on. There was a small lamp wandering around my desk.
Oh! A wandering lamp.
Literally a death lamp.
Yeah, no, poor Lucy. I've just turned on the kitten camera, that purry thing.
Oh.
Speaking of, I need to give her stuff in a minute. So, anyway, I've asked Colin nicely to get that for me. Anyway, so it's going to be probably a little bit more time before your two other members return. Do you want to discuss anything in the tavern, perhaps relating to yesterday's event? Thank you, dear.
Ali just kind of comes back in, flops onto the chair. She goes, "We're at the farm. Try not to incriminate yourselves next time."
How did we incriminate ourselves? Just trying to lend a hand.
Yes,
Yeah,
and making it
sometimes it's
sound
better.
like. Please continue.
But sometimes it's just better to keep your mouth shut and be an observer. If they ask questions to you, then tell the truth.
I'm a bard. You know that's basically impossible. But I'll try for you, Hunter.
The truth.
Can't handle it. I've got a gag. I can wrap your muzzle.
We could have done with that last night.
I had offered you a different room.
I don't mind. Like I say, I've slept through quite a lot.
Yes, for every word I won't say that's potentially incriminating, big old air quotes of that, as if he doesn't quite grasp what the word means. I'll just be a little louder of Mads.
Great. It'll sound like we also have a house of ill repute in here.
Oh no, this is a house of love.
Yes. Some people might think it is a house of paid for love.
Love is paid. Oh, you mean paid for?
Yeah, I was talking about being paid for.
To be fair, there's plenty of that in the Docklands.
I beg your pardon?
There are plenty of cat houses in the dock area.
Yes, but I assume there are less of the establishments around this area, though I wouldn't know.
There are probably a couple of high-class places somewhere around here, but can't say I've come across them.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, darling.
Hey, she's a cop. She knows where the vices are. Basically.
I'm apologizing to my cat because she's over now looking for cuddles because I just had to poke that gel in her eye.
Oh,
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Oh.
Just a few more days.
Just because this is a house with cats does not make this a cat house.
Speaking of, the tavern cats are just like milling around. There's one under the table, just kind of like pawing at a little curl of wood that was left over from the construction.
Is it just me? Is it just me, or have they doubled?
All I can think of now is the Cheech Marin scene from Dusk Till Dawn.
It's alright, I got you.
Reject for cats.
It's alright. I know, sweetheart. I know. She's trying to groom her paw and she can't reach it through the cone.
oh bless.
Anyway, so aside from your conversation of houses of ill repute, is there anything else you would like to discuss?
So a couple of things. One, we have to talk about our tavern. We haven't been discussing it much, and we're gonna open in how many days?
It's been 6 days at this point.
How many was that,
Yeah.
Jurnis? 6?
6.
Yes, we're
6
about
days.
aiming for a 6 day, yes.
Less than a 10 day. Yeah, we gotta step up the pace. We got enough to just open, but we gotta get staff, and we could use a fair bit more gold in our kitty, especially after my big stunt at the Opera House.
I honestly don't know how you didn't get thrown out after that.
Well,
I didn't quite catch that, Seth. I'm sorry.
I honestly don't know how you didn't get thrown out after that.
Simple. I played well.
That gave me the distraction I needed to get in, so...
What can I say except you're welcome?
I got in to make sure you weren't getting into trouble.
oh,
My name is
it's
virtually
respect-
Rascal. I'm trouble incarnate. But yes.
Trouble's his second name, it seems. But yes, we need to make certain that we do the job interviews for kitchen staff and bartender. I mean, I can do it, this job. Learned it from Grandpapa, but still, it's best if we want to keep on doing what we do best, that we get someone to
Yeah,
do these tasks for
we're
us.
probably gonna have to do what we keep doing best in order to like stuff our coffers.
Well, and
Yeah.
when this business is running, it might actually be stuffing the coffers for us, but still, yes, until it is up and running like a well-oiled machine, yes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, come here, little piggy. And Rascal's gonna like hold and gently shake Rudolph, which I know because I'm reading the item now, causes him to oink happily and will inform Rascal of exactly how much money they have.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, we
His
got
mine
like
is 10 gold and 10 silver.
oh man. Okay. So that would be okay. So we got roughly around 1,017 gold pieces. We only just have enough to open. We gotta at least earn a couple hundred more, I feel, before I'm even close to comfortable starting operations on that.
I get the feeling you're about to say, let's go see the Harpers.
It would be one way, but I agree. I'm wary.
I mean, I was just gonna go back to the yawning portal, and we could see what our options are there. I mean, I figured
Rascal,
us.
you know what happened last time.
Both
I
are
do
good
not
options.
feel comfortable.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want to do is stand in front of that pontificating old fool again.
Believe me, Astrid, I don't much think fondly on what happened either, but we can't just like hide in the city the entire time.
True.
I mean,
but
it seems
still.
like since that happened, we've been on the nice edge. It's like we're on like the edge of being respectable and the edge of being like misfits that are just moments from being thrown into jail and having the key thrown away.
Working with the Harpers would improve our reputation, that is for certain.
Yes.
About that, Jurnis, didn't like Mert basically say they'd get in contact with us?
Yeah.
But he did say, this is just a player talking though, Mert did tell you could come visit his house though.
Yeah.
You did also say that?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Because Ashwood hadn't decided if he was a member yet, and he said, well, you can come visit me in my home.
Yes, and he's still undecided.
There's also something else we could do. I'm not sure if it would provide us with immediate gold, but it would bolster our reputation somewhat.
What do you mean?
Well, we have, I mean, someone set off a friggin' fireball outside our tavern yesterday. Like, we've gotta, like, look into that, for our own sakes at least.
I have asked Captain Baijan to see what this Zentarim can uncover. Personally,
As
I'm...
soon as you said the word Zentarim, Ashwood's brow furrows.
Yes, our friend Peachy Bison.
He's gonna have a goddamn aneurysm with these guys. Jesus Christ.
My friend Peachy Bison.
The Zentarim are a trusted... The Zentarim are a legitimate organization.
Mercenaries, they like to paint themselves as.
They are mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
She's been very, very particular, she says that. The city of Waterdeep legally recognizes them as a legitimate mercenary business. Captain Baijan is himself a mercenary captain, with Burning Hand, I believe. It is logical to assume he would still have contact.
Contacts who I'm sure will be helping us out. Every step of the way.
It is always best to inquire. When you have worked with the Watch as long as I have, you tend to know who to go to for information.
So if our friend Vizan is going to the Zentarum for information, what can we do in the meantime? He can't be doing all the legwork for us. It's our tavern.
1 second. The only place I've seen the nimble rights, other than possibly where mercenaries may have seen them, was the docks, but those tend to be made of bronze rather than wood, and I suspect that bronze would not have...
She didn't specify it was made of wood, she just specified that it moved like a puppet.
Yeah, but Alia knows that the bronze nimble rights would have damaged the roof tiles if it had been up there. So she's working on the assumption that they're made of wood or something similar.
The ones at the docks, you know, they are built to lift heavy boxes. However, with your with living in Waterdeep, you would know that there are smaller, more nimble versions of them that usually perform during, what's the name of the festival? The Day of Wonders parade. They would normally have a few performing acts of acrobatics. They would be lighter, more nimble, compared to the ones at the docks that are bigger, bulkier, and made to move heavy boxes.
Ali's going to think for a second and think of where these performers could be.
Will history.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay. You know... I'll give you advantage because you've lived here all your life.
Okay. There's one more history.
Yay, that's more like it.
You know that this parade is usually sponsored by the local temple of Gond.
Temple of Gone.
It's called the House of Inspired Hands. It's usually the god of craftsmanship that would fall, that clockworks and artisan materials would tend to fall under.
Yes, we should visit the Temple of Gond. They would know if there are any unusual nimble rights involved.
Alright, so that sounds like a place to start if we want to work on our reputation and making sure no one tries to wreck our tavern again.
I doubt that we were the target, but as I said, I've had Captain Vizan ask his mercenary contacts for information.
It's too close to for comfort, at any rate. Hate to just sit by and just potentially let shit like that keep happening. Especially since someone else had their tavern razed this morning.
It's
I
possible
trust that thing is not an everyday occurrence in Rascal Alley, and you know.
It's not.
No.
It is not. I doubt he was targeted as well. Personally, I'm not entirely convinced he didn't burn the place down for insurance, but...
So I have a question. Do we notice, like, Ashwood, BSODing? Cork!
Are you looking?
Yeah, well, we're probably...
Yeah, everyone's looking at this point.
Yeah, we're, like, on around the table, so...
Zentarum triggered something in him.